Today I'm going to show you how to make these really pretty butterfly and bug shadow boxes. The supplies you're going to need for this project is a medium weight cardstock. I like to use the 65-pound weight cardstock. You'll need to have a cutting machine and a mat to load your paper onto. I'll be using 3D foam tape and craft glue as well. I use the Barely Art brand. You'll want to have a shadow box, and then you'll want the Butterfly and Bugs SVG collection. You can find this special collection for download in the video description and in the corner of this video. Now this file is pretty much plug and play, but when you import it into your cutting software, make sure that you set the scale to whatever size your shadow box is going to be. If I'm doing a 10-inch shadow box, I'm going to do something about a 1/4 inch smaller just to make sure it fits. You can follow the layers in the layers panel to make sure things are getting stacked in the proper order. And you can do this with all of the shadow boxes. I'm going to be featuring the butterfly one in this video. If you right click and ungroup, you'll be able to see all of these layers individually, and you'll see the order in which they'll fall. And you can just follow that order on your screen, no matter which version of this shadow box you are following along with. So I've got all of my layers cut out for this project. I strongly recommend you use the cardstock for intricate cut setting for best results for those layers that just have all the little extra details. So I'm going to be assembling these in order, and I like to use the 3D foam tape on the layers that are not as intricate. So you'll see me use glue on some of the layers that have like the more delicate overlays, and I'll actually glue those to the layer underneath it. But the ones that are less intricate, like this one, I like to put the height between them. So I'll use that 3D foam tape. In this video here, I am using the Barely Art brand. I do love them. You can also find them at craft stores as well as on Amazon. There's lots of different brand options, but Barely Art is my favorite. And I'm just going to continue on stacking each one of these layers as I go. As I mentioned when I showed you my Design Space screen, you can of course follow the stack order in Design Space for any of these files that you're using. So I have my glue here. This is my Barely Art glue, and I'm just going to be placing a little bit here on this design that has that extra intricate layer here with a little lattice cutout. And I'll just be placing some glue around the frame and dotting it in a few select places and then layering that one on. Carrying on next, I'm going to add another layer here with the 3D foam tape in between, and we'll place that down. Ultimately, there's not a right or wrong to where you choose to add the 3D foam tape versus where you choose to add the glue. I would just say that make sure for the intricate layers like the one I'm doing here, you use glue because you want to be able to have a more flush result to the layer beneath it. I'll also be assembling my butterfly here with glue for the topmost intricate layers. Next, I'll be placing the 3 layers of the butterfly that I glued together, the topmost layers, onto the bottommost layer here with some of the foam tape in between just to create a bit of elevation. And we'll be placing the butterfly here with 3D foam tape on the back of it right into the center part of the shadow box to finish it off. And then of course you can place this directly into a shadow box if you wish. You could even display it on its own or use it in some other capacity. Here is how all of mine turned out. And here is also a look at what my butterfly looks like inside of an actual shadow box frame. It's very pretty. You can add the glass or leave it off. If you would like to get all of these files, make sure you visit the links below. They are available for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.